if you want to do it on a rag, it's up to you, but I'll just do it here. And the side, that's actually, there's two sides of the bearing itself. One's got the holes in it there, you can see the bearing's right clear as day, the other one's quite flat. So this side, that's got the dimples in it, like the recessed side, that actually goes down to keep the bearing grease in. It goes actually back on to the shaft that way, so you don't want to put it upside down because all the grease will just fly out. So I'm just going to give this a bit of a wipe over, like so, flip it over, give it another wipe, and that's it. Basically put it back in. I'll actually sit it on the thrust here before it goes back in. I'll give that a bit of a wipe, make sure it's clean. You can clean these with brake cleaner. So I'm going to sit that on the thrust collar, and then I'm just going to use my screwdriver like so, and sit it through like that. Wipe the excess off my fingers, and then I'm going to get the blade grip, tail blade grip, and push through until it's all sitting into place. Just carefully wiggle it back out, and that's that. That's that side done. So I'm going to put that back on in a second, but I've got to actually get some thread lock on my screw. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put the screw through first, so I don't get any thread lock on the actual bearing itself. So I'll just zoom out a bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to put my screw on here, and I'm going to offer it through the hole, like so. And see where it's poking through there, I'm going to put a dab of thread lock on there to get it. Okay, so I'm just going to put a bit of I'll just put a little patch down here just so that I can get to it, get my screwdriver, flat blade, put a good dab on it, and then dab that. That's it, done. And that way you won't get it on the bearing. So what we're going to do to slide it back into place is keep that out. I'll go around the other side, and I'm just going to pull that up against my screw back this way so that it's pulling load on it, and I'm going to line it up and start the thread. Just keep pulling up back towards the head of the screwdriver so your thrust bearing doesn't fall back past the piece that you've put on. Once you've got it in a few, a dozen turns or so, you can slide it into place. So now it's actually got a little bit of resistance because of the fresh grease in there, but that'll free out. It's actually really free though. Okay, so now we've got to put the linkages back on. So what we'll do is we'll get the bottom one leading edge, top one trailing edge, like so, and have a look at the bottom linkage and see if this one here, make sure, yep, that's correct. Okay, so we'll put that bottom one on first. So what I do with these ones is I start threading them. Where's my screwdriver? Get this up a little bit so you can see it. I start threading these, so that's going to come through like so. Get it started, just a couple of turns, and then what I'm going to do here is again get my little bit of thread lock on my screwdriver, wipe off the excess, don't put too much on, and I'm actually just going to put that into the hole where the thing is. I'll zoom in so you can see it close up. Okay, and I'm just going to wipe this over the hole like that, and that's filled the groove up, so when I actually screw it in, the threads will pick that up. It'll soak down into the threads. So as I screw it, you'll see it getting pushed out. But that's actually, the threads definitely got thread lock on there. So I'll wipe the excess off, like so, and then give that a bit of a nip up. Make sure it's still free, because you want to check each one of these links as you're putting it together to make sure it's free. Okay, so this one here is nice and free, as you can see. Okay, and so basically the same procedure for that one. So we're going to sit this in here, because we've got the gap on this side. So we're going to put that little recess bit into the hole, like so. And then get our screw and get it in the hole, get it started, a couple of turns like so, and then get your screwdriver again, dab a thread lock and just wipe it into the hole. Oops, missed it. Just wipe the excess off, so do it again. Fill the hole up and leave it that way up so that it can drain down onto the threads, and then screw it up. And you can see it's blowing the excess out the top, and just nip it up, make sure it's still free, and just wipe the excess off, and that's it. That's the tail sorted. Make sure it's nice and beautiful and smooth, silky smooth.